What if everything you know about life and death is a lie? What if the journey of your soul stretches far beyond the limits of this single lifetime, unfolding across centuries, millennia, in a cycle so intricate that it transcends time itself? Picture this. You are standing at the edge of a great, infinite ocean, the waves crashing endlessly against the shore. Each wave is a life you've lived, a ripple across the vastness of eternity. Every face you've worn, every person you've been, every trial you've faced, they are all echoes of a greater, unbroken current that binds your soul to the cosmos. Now, imagine you have been given the rare gift of glimpsing the truth behind these waves, of understanding what reincarnation truly means and how it is woven into the very fabric of existence. But what if the truth about reincarnation is far more mysterious, far more hidden than we've been led to believe? Many see it as a simple cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, a process tied only to karma and spiritual evolution. But what if this cycle, this wheel of samsara, is a much deeper, more complex phenomenon than we could ever have imagined? Today, we will venture beyond the surface of conventional beliefs and dive into the ancient wisdom that has been whispered through the ages. We will unravel the hidden truths about reincarnation, secrets guarded by sages and mystics for centuries. What if I told you that reincarnation is not just a cosmic recycling, but a key to unlocking your soul's deepest potential? What if the way you view your past lives can transform how you live this one? In this exploration, we will uncover the deep spiritual implications of reincarnation, the role of memory and soul contracts, and the profound connections between your current self and the lives that preceded you. But be warned. This knowledge may shake the very foundation of what you thought you knew about your existence. The answers lie within, and they await you. The question is, are you ready to dive into the mystery of your soul's eternal journey? Reincarnation, an idea as ancient as the sands of time, yet it continues to provoke curiosity, skepticism, and wonder in equal measure. Across the globe, cultures and spiritual traditions have woven tales of souls that journey from one life to the next, carrying with them the echoes of past experiences and the seeds for future transformations. But to understand reincarnation, we must first trace its roots back to the ancient texts, the sages, and the civilizations that first whispered of its existence. Let us begin in the fertile lands of India, where the concept of reincarnation, or samsara, first flourished in the texts of the Vedas, sacred scriptures believed to date back to around 1500 BCE. These ancient writings spoke of a universe governed by cycles, of birth and death, creation and destruction, all part of an eternal rhythm. The soul, they believed, is an imperishable essence, unbound by time, that journeys through countless lifetimes, each one a lesson, a purification, and ultimately a step toward liberation. Moksha. The great sages of India, such as the Buddha and Lord Krishna, spoke of this eternal cycle, urging followers to transcend it. Buddha's teachings on samsara reveal that suffering is intrinsic to life, but through self-realization and the cessation of desire, one could break free from the cycle of reincarnation. Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, revealed to Arjuna the truth that the soul is eternal. It neither kills nor is killed, but moves through bodies like a breeze through trees, ever changing but never truly lost. Moving westward, reincarnation was also embedded in the ancient Greek mystery schools, though not as openly discussed as in the East. The Pythagorean, led by the philosopher Pythagoras, believed in the immortality of the soul and its journey through multiple lives, each one a purification of the spirit. This concept found resonance in the teachings of Plato, who described the soul as descending into the body, only to be reborn again and again in new forms. For Plato, reincarnation was closely tied to the idea of the soul's inherent knowledge, a kind of remembrance from past lives that could lead to wisdom in this one. The great mystery religions of Egypt also carried their own version of reincarnation, though wrapped in the enigma of their esoteric teachings. The Egyptians believed that the soul's journey continued in a cycle of death and rebirth, though the specific details are shrouded in the secrets of their priesthood. The soul, they believed, would undergo trials in the afterlife before it could be reborn into another body, a purification process that mirrored their teachings on cosmic order and the journey of the soul toward divine unity. But it is not just the East or the ancient West where reincarnation is found. In the teachings of Kabbalah, the mystical tradition of Judaism, there exists the idea of Gilgul, a soul's journey through multiple lifetimes. The Zohar, a foundational text of Kabbalah, speaks of souls returning to the physical realm to fulfill their divine purpose and rectify past mistakes, thereby bringing themselves closer to the divine light of creation. As we move through the centuries, reincarnation remained a hidden thread within many religious and philosophical systems, often suppressed or lost due to dogma. Early Christianity, for example, largely rejected the idea of reincarnation, and the doctrine of the resurrection became the dominant belief. Yet, even in Christian mysticism, traces of reincarnation can be found, particularly in the Gnostic writings, which were suppressed by the early Church. Throughout history, it seems the esoteric teachings of reincarnation have been consistently tied to spiritual evolution, the purification of the soul, and the pursuit of higher wisdom. Yet, this ancient truth has remained veiled, often hidden from the masses, waiting for those with the eyes to see and the heart to understand. Reincarnation is not merely a theory or an abstract idea. It is woven into the fabric of human existence. It is a powerful key that can unlock the mysteries of life, death, and the true nature of the soul. Yet, the path to understanding this hidden truth is not an easy one. We must look deeper into the heart of the mysteries themselves and allow the timeless teachings of the ancients to guide us. The stage is set for our exploration. The question is, are you ready to step into the eternal cycle of your soul's journey? To truly understand reincarnation, we must first unravel the veil that obscures its deeper meaning. Most often, reincarnation is seen as the cyclical process of birth, death, and rebirth, a never-ending wheel. But this view, while partly accurate, only scratches the surface. At its core, reincarnation is not merely a biological or cosmic cycle. It is a profound spiritual process that holds the key to our soul's evolution and enlightenment. Imagine a river flowing through time. Its waters are your soul. Each drop that tumbles along its current represents a different life you've lived, each carrying with it the residue of past experiences. Yet, the river is always one. The drop is never separate from the flow. This analogy helps us begin to understand the deeper truth of reincarnation. While you may experience different lifetimes, each one is intimately connected to the other. Your soul is a continuous, ever-evolving force, and each incarnation is a new opportunity for growth, purification, and the exploration of new dimensions of existence. When we speak of reincarnation, we must also speak of karma. This ancient concept, often misunderstood, is not simply a system of reward and punishment. It is the law of cause and effect that governs the evolution of the soul. Think of karma as the threads that weave together the fabric of your soul's journey. Each action, thought, and intention creates ripples in the fabric of your being, influencing your future lifetimes. These ripples are not bound by time. They stretch across the ages, leaving their mark on your soul's evolution. However, karma is not a punitive force. It is a teacher. It is the soul's way of navigating the waters of life, learning from each action, each mistake, and each triumph. This means that every life you live is not random. It is intricately tied to the lessons your soul needs to learn. The challenges, the hardships, and even the joys you experience in this life are reflections of what your soul has already experienced or what it is yet to understand. When you face difficulty, it is not a punishment. It is an invitation to transcend, to learn, and to evolve. Consider the metaphor of a sculptor and a block of marble. The sculptor's hand shapes and molds the marble, gradually revealing the form hidden within. Each life is like a stroke of the chisel, sometimes rough, sometimes delicate, but always moving toward the perfection of the final statue. But unlike a mere sculpture, the soul is not static. It is in constant motion, always shifting, always learning. Each incarnation is a new opportunity for the sculptor within to refine the soul and reveal more of its true nature. In this way, reincarnation is not a process of mere repetition. It is an intricate dance, a spiral of spiritual ascent. Each lifetime offers the soul new experiences, new challenges, and new possibilities for growth. But the question arises, why does the soul need to undergo this journey? Why does it seem so difficult, so fraught with pain and suffering? The answer lies in the concept of self-realization. The soul, though infinite, is on a quest to awaken to its true nature. This journey is not linear. It is circular, spiral-shaped, much like the Fibonacci sequence that unfolds in nature. The soul's path is not about reaching a destination, but about constantly deepening into itself. With each life, the soul sheds layers of ignorance, unveils deeper truths, and refines its understanding of the universe. The struggles you face are not obstacles. They are invitations to go deeper into your essence, to learn more about the nature of existence, and to awaken to the truth that you are, in essence, eternal. But this journey is not always a conscious one. Many of us live as if we are isolated, separate from the greater web of life. We forget that we have lived before, that our soul carries the imprints of countless other lives. This forgetting is not an accident. It is part of the design. The soul, in its quest for self-realization, must forget in order to remember. Each life is a process of unearthing, of rediscovering the truths buried deep within. You may wonder, how do we reconnect with these past lives, these forgotten truths? How can we begin to pierce the veil that separates us from our soul's history? The answer lies in awakening the soul through practices that open the channels of memory and intuition. The key is to realize that reincarnation is not simply a passive experience. It is an active process of remembering who we truly are. As we continue our journey into the hidden truths of reincarnation, we must delve into the fascinating and mysterious realm of soul contracts. These are not random events that occur in our lives, but carefully planned and orchestrated agreements made before we incarnate. Imagine, if you will, a cosmic council, a gathering of souls, each with its own purpose and mission, coming together to craft the blueprint of their next lifetime. Before your current incarnation, you were part of this assembly, choosing the lessons, the challenges, and the people who would shape your path. These soul contracts are not written on paper, nor are they bound by time. They exist in the ether, in the realm of spirit. In this state, your higher self, an eternal aspect of your soul, decides the experiences you need to face, the lessons you must learn, and the growth you must undergo. You choose your parents, the circumstances of your birth, and even the major events that will serve as catalysts for your spiritual development. This is the essence of free will, not as we typically understand it, but as the freedom to choose the conditions that will bring you closer to your highest self. However, these contracts are not simple agreements. They are often forged in the fires of past lives. The people you encounter in this life, whether they bring you joy or suffering, have likely shared many lifetimes with you. They are your spiritual companions, your teachers, and your mirrors. A soul who appears as your greatest enemy may, in fact, be your most trusted ally from a previous life, come to help you break free from unresolved karma or outdated patterns. This is where the concept of karmic debt comes into play. When a soul leaves behind unfinished business, it may choose to return in order to resolve these unresolved energies. These debts are not punitive, but rather opportunities for growth and healing. If you have hurt someone in a past life, for example, you might find yourself in a relationship with them in this life, where the roles are reversed, and the lessons of forgiveness, compassion, and healing can unfold. Likewise, if someone has caused you harm, it may be part of your soul contract to heal from that wound and transcend the pain through love and understanding. There is also a deeper level to the soul's journey, a level that transcends the individual self. The lives we live are not only about our personal growth, they are part of a grander cosmic design. You are a thread in a vast and intricate web, and the way you live this life affects the entire tapestry of existence. The choices you make ripple out, influencing not only your own soul, but the souls of others and the world around you. This interconnections is one of the most profound aspects of reincarnation, the recognition that every soul is linked, and that each of us plays a part in the collective evolution of consciousness. But the question arises, if we are all part of this grand design, why do we experience the hardships we do? Why do we endure suffering, loss, and hardship in the course of our lives? The answer lies in the nature of the soul's journey. Remember that reincarnation is not a punishment. It is a path of evolution. The soul chooses the challenges it faces, not because it is cruel or unjust, but because those challenges provide the conditions necessary for growth. Just as the fire refines gold, the struggles of life refine the soul, purging it of attachments and illusions, and helping it return to its true nature. In this context, death is not an end, but a transformation. We are not bound to our physical bodies, but are spiritual beings temporarily inhabiting them. When the body dies, the soul is freed, and it returns to the realm of spirit, where it rests and reviews the lessons of its previous incarnation. This period of rest is essential for the soul to assimilate its experiences and prepare for its next journey. The soul may revisit its past lives during this time, reflect on what was learned, and prepare for new challenges that will lead to further evolution. The idea that death is merely a transition, not an end, opens up a powerful way of understanding reincarnation. If we are truly eternal beings, if our soul is not confined to a single lifetime, then how we live today takes on a deeper significance. Every moment becomes an opportunity to heal past wounds, to transcend limiting beliefs, and to evolve into a higher state of consciousness. Your soul's journey is not a linear path, but a spiral that leads ever upward toward greater wisdom, compassion, and love. In this light, reincarnation becomes not just a metaphysical concept, but a deeply practical guide for living. It invites you to view your life with a broader perspective, one that is not confined to the fleeting concerns of the material world. The trials you face are not meaningless. They are part of your soul's sacred mission. The people you meet are not random. They are fellow travelers on the road to spiritual awakening. But as with any profound teaching, understanding reincarnation fully requires an open heart and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The truth of reincarnation is not something that can be fully grasped by the intellect alone. It is a mystery that must be felt, experienced, and remembered through the soul. So, what steps can you take to begin unraveling the mysteries of your own soul's journey? How can you begin to access the deep wisdom embedded in your past lives and soul contracts? The answer lies in deepening your spiritual practices and connecting with your higher self. Now that we have explored the profound truths behind reincarnation, soul contracts, and karmic evolution, it is time to turn inward and explore how we can actively apply these teachings to our own lives. The understanding of reincarnation is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a guide for living more consciously, with greater awareness of the choices we make and the lessons we are here to learn. The journey is not abstract. It is deeply personal, and it offers us powerful tools for transformation. One of the first steps in applying these esoteric teachings is to begin cultivating a deeper connection with your higher self. This is the part of you that exists beyond the limits of time and space, the eternal, infinite essence of who you truly are. To tap into this part of yourself, you must learn to quiet the noise of the world and tune into your inner voice. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for this. When you sit in silence and allow your mind to still, you create a space where you can hear the wisdom of your higher self. A simple but profound meditation technique to begin with is to focus on your breath. As you inhale, imagine drawing in the light and energy of your higher self, and as you exhale, release any tension or doubt. Visualize yourself as an eternal being, connected to the vast river of reincarnation, and allow any past life memories or lessons to rise to the surface. Be open to receiving images, feelings, or insights that may emerge during this practice. Trust that your soul knows what it needs to heal and evolve. Another powerful practice is past life regression, which is designed to help you access the memories of your previous incarnations. Through guided hypnosis or deep meditation, you can unlock these memories and gain insight into the lessons you have carried over from past lives. Many people have reported experiencing powerful healing and clarity after past life regressions, as they begin to understand the root causes of current life challenges. However, it is important to approach past life work with an open and discerning mind, and to remember that not every memory or image you encounter may be literal. The soul often communicates in symbols and metaphors, so trust your intuition as you navigate these experiences. In addition to deepening your connection with your higher self, it is essential to examine your relationships, especially those that feel particularly challenging or intense. These are often the key to understanding the contracts and karmic lessons you have chosen to face in this lifetime. Take a moment to reflect on your current relationships, whether with family, friends, partners, or even enemies. And ask yourself, what unresolved lessons might these connections be presenting? Are there patterns repeating themselves in your interactions? These patterns may be the echoes of past lives, and the people involved may have been with you in many forms throughout the ages, each incarnation bringing a new opportunity for healing. When you begin to consciously approach your relationships with this understanding, it changes everything. You no longer see people as merely individuals you meet by chance, but as soul companions who have come into your life for a reason. If there is unresolved tension or conflict, rather than viewing it as a personal attack, you can see it as an opportunity for growth, a karmic lesson that invites you to heal, to forgive, or to let go of old wounds. This awareness can transform your relationships, allowing you to approach them with compassion and understanding, rather than judgment or resistance. Another essential practice is to examine your own inner patterns, those unconscious beliefs, fears, and attachments that may be holding you back from growth. Often, the lessons we need to learn in this life are rooted in unresolved issues from past lives. Perhaps you are facing repeated cycles of financial struggle, relationship challenges, or health issues. These may not be random. They may be tied to unfinished karma from previous lifetimes. By working with a spiritual teacher, healer, or therapist, you can begin to identify and release these limiting patterns. Techniques such as energy healing, journalism, or breath work can help you clear old energies and align with your soul's highest potential. To take this even further, consider exploring the concept of soul contracts in your personal life. These are the agreements you made before incarnating, and they may influence your current life in powerful ways. If you find yourself in difficult situations, take time to reflect on whether you are fulfilling a soul contract. For example, are you in a relationship where you are meant to learn forgiveness or to overcome old wounds? Is there a specific life challenge that seems to repeat itself, perhaps indicating a pattern your soul is working through? One effective technique for addressing soul contracts is to perform a ritual of release. You can create a sacred space, light a candle, and write down any contracts you feel are no longer serving you, any agreements made in past lives that are preventing you from moving forward. As you write, be specific about the contract and its effects on your current life. Once written, offer these contracts to the universe through a symbolic gesture, such as burning the paper or releasing it into water. This ritual can help you release old energies and invite healing into your life. Lastly, one of the most transformative practices for aligning with your soul's journey is to embrace the concept of spiritual service. As you awaken to your soul's purpose and the greater web of life, you begin to realize that you are not just here for your own growth, but to contribute to the collective evolution of consciousness. Find ways to serve others, whether through acts of kindness, volunteering, or simply offering your presence and compassion. The more you embody love and service, the more you align with the deeper purpose of your soul's journey, and the more you will heal and transform. These practices, connecting with your higher self, reflecting on past lives, healing relationships, releasing old patterns, and embracing spiritual service, are keys to unlocking the power of reincarnation in your life. The more you integrate these teachings, the more you will awaken to your true nature as an eternal, evolving soul, and the more you will experience a life of greater meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. As we draw this journey through the mysteries of reincarnation to a close, take a moment to reflect on the profound revelations we've uncovered. The idea that your soul is eternal, that you have lived before and will live again, can be both liberating and humbling. The truth that every life, every experience, every relationship is a part of a grand cosmic design meant to help you evolve is an invitation to live more consciously, to embrace your challenges, and to recognize the interconnections of all beings. Reincarnation is not a simple cycle of birth and death. It is a spiral of spiritual evolution, a process of remembering and awakening to the truth of who you are. With every lifetime, you have the opportunity to shed layers of ignorance, to heal unresolved karma, and to deepen your connection with your higher self. The struggles you face are not punishments, but invitations to transcend, to grow, and to awaken to a deeper state of consciousness. As you begin to embrace this truth, you may start to see your life with new eyes. Each moment becomes an opportunity for healing, growth, and self-realization. The practices we've discussed, connecting with your higher self, reflecting on past lives, healing relationships, releasing old patterns, and embracing spiritual service, are not just theoretical concepts. They are actionable steps that, when integrated into your daily life, can lead to profound personal transformation. The more you align with the deeper wisdom of your soul, the more you will experience a life filled with purpose, love, and growth. Remember, you are not just an individual navigating through life. You are an eternal soul, connected to the vast web of existence. Every action you take, every thought you think, ripples out into the universe, shaping not only your own journey but the collective evolution of consciousness. By living with awareness, compassion, and a deep understanding of your soul's purpose, you contribute to the awakening of all beings. As you move forward in your life, I invite you to reflect on the questions we've explored. What unresolved lessons or karmic patterns are present in your life? How can you begin to release them? What soul contracts have you made? And how can you honor them with grace? And most importantly, how can you live your life with a greater sense of spiritual purpose, knowing that your soul's journey is unfolding in divine timing? The hidden truth about reincarnation is not something to be feared or understood with the intellect alone. It is something to be lived. It is a path of transformation, healing, and awakening to the divine nature within you. Trust the process, embrace the mystery, and know that every step you take brings you closer to the truth of who you truly are. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the hidden truths of reincarnation. May this exploration inspire you to live your life with greater awareness, wisdom, and love. Until next time, remember that you are an eternal soul, and your journey is just beginning.